Hello, it's Ashley here from Paper&Twine. It's Wednesday as I'm filming this. I'm not quite sure when you will see it. I might schedule it for tomorrow, we'll see. But it is the most miserable afternoon. It is pouring with rain, absolutely pouring with rain. Oh gosh, I've just noticed how dirty my hands are as well. I've just washed them. I've just filmed my pink bubble cards alphabet challenge, which is going up today, Wednesday, and I washed my hands thoroughly after I realised how dirty they were, and they're dirty again. Anyway, that's the perils of working with ink, isn't it? Anyway, I've already said I've come on today to show you Simply Cards and Papercrafts issue 228. There's a lot in here. I can't get the magazine all in shot, but there is information about Card Maker of the Year 2022. I know some of you are thinking about entering that, and please do. Lots of information in here, but I've got some makes. So we'll just quickly go through to page 30. Clever Keepsakes. I was asked to make 6 items that would be gifts, or you could put gifts in, such as bags, boxes, gift card holders, etc. And yeah, you can see there's 4 of them there on that page. I've done one of those attaché cases, luggage things. Yeah, oh, you know what I mean. And I've done a little bag, I've done an exploding box, gift card holder. I made some earrings. Actually, I think I also made a box for those earrings. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. I had to separate the makes into quick makes or last minute makes and special makes. So this is a special make because it takes a lot of card, and I used a lot of the background papers. I was asked to use the full kit as best I could. The only thing I didn't use was the embossing folder. So perhaps now's the time to bring these things in. So this is the embossing folder I didn't use. This is one of the stamp sets, and it says perfectly coordinates with the Colorado Crafts set, which is here on my desk somewhere. I'm sure it is. There it is. Yes, gorgeous little stamps and little bits of foliage and a little happy birthday sentiment. And this was really lovely to use. Yeah, so earrings, last minute make, gift card holder, and gives you a link to the downloads for the free papers. I think there were 12 or 13. Beautiful papers, and yeah, you can see some of them in my makes here. And then this is the exploding box. I made a key ring out of shrink plastic, and some of the tags and what do you call it, toppers. Dear me, I'm not firing on all cylinders today. And this is the little vanity case gift box, and you can see the gift box inside I lined with paper. And then finally the bag, and this, you can download the template which I gave them. You can download that on craftworld.com. So those are my makes. Just have a quick flick through. Jessica Jenkins, who was one of my fellow winners, was asked to do a tour of her craft room. They've asked me as well, actually, but I've said no, not yet, because it's a complete and utter tip and doesn't look very pretty. Look at that. It looks really well organised. And Jessica has brought out her own brand of stamps. She's got 2 sentiment stamp sets. A little bit of insight into her crafting and her crafting habits there. Looks like she's got all of the distress oxides. How lovely. I'm very jealous of that. 2, 4, 6, 8. Maybe not. Oh, unless it's a double layer. I suppose it could be. Yeah. And every month we offer a member the change, I think it should be chance. The chance to appear in SCP. This month's challenge was to create a masculine make. Oh, that's nice. We asked everyone to create using this colourway. So there's a little, yeah. So next month you get a nice set, pears and peaches, and some more designs. I won't do a full flip through because it might spoil. There's Jessica's makes. This was a nice paper. I used a little bit of it on the gift card holder. So she would probably have been given a different brief to me, yeah, because she made cards. So there we go. Cheshire Crafts. If you live in Cheshire, big shop there. Yes. Oh, Pixie Sparkles. We do like Pixie Sparkles, designed by Christine Smith. Yes. So that is a quick flick through of the magazine, and stay tuned to find out how you can win this unopened copy with all of the free gifts inside. And I'm also going to do a second prize. It is out of its packet but has not been used. I'm just looking for the other bit. Yes, you will get this as well, but I'll find it. It's on the floor somewhere amongst all my debris. There will be a second prize of this, which has been opened. This bit hasn't been opened. Oh, is that the one? Yes, I think that goes with that. Yes. So stay tuned for how you can win one of these two prizes. But we are going to make a very simple card. Let me just get some bits and bobs. Right, so I've gone ahead and I found a few bits and pieces. I found this leftover background from something I've been making, but I think it's too busy for what I want today. I also made an envelope recently and cocked the measurements up. So I've got an idea for something we can do with that. But I've got one of the topper sheets left. And I thought that I just wanted to make a really simple card. Now, my mum loves perfume, and obviously it's Mother's Day coming up soon. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to roughly cut this topper. So I think there were 3 or 4 topper sheets in the set. Let me just see if I've got a thinner. Yeah, I don't want to waste that nice piece of card because that'll be for something else. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to roughly cut this, and because it's just printed on paper, because my printer doesn't cope very well with heavy cardstock, I'm just going to glue this to a scrap of card. And it doesn't matter what card you use because you're not going to see it, but it will just make this a bit sturdier, because I think what I want to do is mount this on 3D foam pads. So I'm just going to give that a minute to dry. And then what I thought I would do, because I'm going to do some fussy cutting, I thought rather than just throw this, I would stamp some of the flowers and leaves onto this paper. I really like this shade of blue, and we've got some delicate shades here, but also stamp some of the leaves on these shades of green and cut those out. So have I got a little block? Yes, I have a little block here. So I'm going to use just some VersaFine black ink, and this is such a versatile set. And the numbers that are on this big sheet, and the little flower and the small sentiments here, all fit in the label of the bottle that is on the other stamp set. So I'm just stamping some of those. That's a shame I didn't stamp that one very well. And we'll do one of the other leaves, I think, this little leaf here. And I'm just going to really simply cut these out. I like that dark green there. I'll have a little bit of light green there. I think that's, oh, I didn't stamp that very well. But you see, it doesn't matter because I'm going to cut it out so I can bypass that bit anyway. There we go. I think that's enough of the leaves. Just stamp on a scrap here. There we go. Oh, I've got a bit of my paper there. I could have stamped on that, couldn't I? I say my paper, I mean paper that I've fussy cut. Now, I mean paper that I've inked. Let's go for this flower, I think. And I want some of the soft blues. And again, because I'm cutting these out, it doesn't matter if I don't get a perfect impression. Just remember that I've stamped there. So I've got a blue one and an orangey one. Oh, I like this pink here. Let's go with one of the smaller flowers. I'll try this one. Beautiful, this Craft Consortium paper. That's a good impression. Okay, so we'll cut those out in a moment. We'll just give the ink a chance to dry properly before we attack it with the scissors. I could do with some proper fussy cutting scissors. What have I done now? Oh, here we go. But I've got the best scissors I've got are these from Tim Holtz. Now I'm going to cut outside this outer black line, just leaving a narrow border. And hopefully this isn't too complicated. So this is by somebody called Francis. Oh, I can't read it. And I've just got an ink splodge from my thumb on this lovely white image. Oh dear, we'll cover it up with a gem or two. Now this is quite simple to fussy cut. Rain is still coming down, which is not very good because I need to go out later. I don't like going out in the rain. There we go. So if you want to win the magazine or just the craft kit, so there'll be 2 prizes. You don't need to send me anything. This isn't my challenge. I am still doing a challenge when I'm organised and ready for it. So you don't need to send me anything, but you need to comment down below. Please enter me. And I'm afraid this is going to be just for UK only. No, I tell you what, the magazine is just for UK only. The magazine with all the bits and pieces is just UK only. But the craft kit, I will send that international. So you need to be subscribed, obviously. You need to be over 18. That is YouTube's rules, not mine. And you need to share this video for me somewhere. So if you are on Instagram, you could share on Instagram and put the hashtag Paper&Twine crafts. And if you have a YouTube channel, could you please do me a VR? So a share on social media And if you have a YouTube channel, please do a VR. And where are we today? It is March the 16th. I will leave this open until April the 16th, and then I will draw for a winner on, I don't know what day it is, April the 17th. Yeah, I think that's plenty of time, isn't it? As I say, you don't need to send me anything, but please do a VR if you have a YouTube channel. If you don't have a YouTube channel, if you can share on Instagram or Facebook. I do have a Facebook page, but I don't use Facebook very often. See, those have come out quite nice, those little flowers, haven't they? Let's cut some leaves out. Just roughly cut this. This is quite a nice way of using subtly patterned papers. Now I'm just going to cut these really very simply. I'm not going to go around all the edges because I will be here forever. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, because it's already a really long video. I'm going to do the cutting out and then come back for the assembling. So I've cut some leaves and the majority of the flowers, and I'm just going to cut a couple more so you can see that I actually am cutting them. What would have been nice actually with this set was a couple of dies to cut these flowers out. Yeah, and I have to say that as the craft magazines go, this one's quite reasonably priced. I think it's £6.99, because a lot of them are £7.99, £8.99. Some of the bigger ones are like £12.99, aren't they? But this one is, I think, quite reasonably priced for what you get with it and all the free downloadable papers. And there is a lot of inspiration in this particular magazine, I have to say. Right, there we go. That's the last little bit of fussy cutting for now. So I really want this card to be quite clean and simple. If I can find my card base. Here it is. So I think that I want this kind of towards the top but centered like that. Let's get some foam pads. So I've got this big pizza wheel that's from Chloe's Creative Cards. This was a prize. I believe there were 1,000, and I am getting through them at quite an alarming rate. So I've got 2 thick ones on there, and I think I'm just going to cut that in half for the lid. They're nice and deep, these, so it will give some dimension. There we go, that's our little perfume bottle. Now I'm not going to stick it down just yet. I'm just going to pop it in place like that and think about where I want my elements to be. So I think I'm going to cover up that ink smudge with this leaf here, and I'm just going to use a little bit of this glue to stick it down. And then what I think I might do is make a little arrangement of the flowers and leaves so that it looks as if the bottle is sitting on them. Let's have a little look and see what we think. But I love that white on white with the black. It's very dramatic, isn't it? Let's have a look. So I've got a couple of big flowers, and then I've got I like that pink. And having used this kind of what do you call it, pre-coloured paper like this, it saves on you painting or inking, doesn't it? Yeah, I think I'll make just a little arrangement like that and have a couple of leaves coming out like so. Like that, I think. Yeah, I think that's what we'll aim for. So we'll do a little arrangement. We'll stick that down and kind of overlap them and then put the bottle on top. And I mean, if you wanted to really embellish, you could add glitter to the centre of these flowers. You could add micro beads. You could do whatever really, couldn't you? Put that like that. And I'm not going to worry about gluing all of these down, because when I do things like this, I like the idea of elements standing up for a little bit of dimension. And if you'd got more time than I've had today, you could obviously ink these flowers upon plain card and colour them in with your preferred method of colouring. I've quite enjoyed this, a bit of gluing and cutting. Gosh, just to think, you know, a year ago I would never have fussy cut. We'll put that like that. And I'm just going to put a little dab of glue on this stalk here, kind of tuck it behind that flower like that, so it's sticking out like so. And actually we'll have that overlapping like so. And we'll tuck that in there. And then this one coming out of the end there. Like so. Now I might just need another flower here because it's a bit unbalanced. Yeah, I think we'll just do one more flower, and I think we'll go for a yellow one as we've got a little bit of yellow there. And I'm going to use that same flower size again, just so that I'm not using too many different elements. And I'm just using the VersaFine Onyx Black. I have to say that I've had that particular ink pad for a very long time, and it is still going strong, whereas the VersaFine Claire in Nocturne, that is not holding up so well, I'm afraid. I haven't had that very long, and it is quite dry. Has anybody else had problems with that? Let me know down below. So this is going to be the last little flower that we stick on, just for a little bit of balance, just so that I've got flowers 2, 4, 6, and also, yes, you need odd numbers. So I've got 6 flowers there, and this will be the 7th. So you should always work in odd numbers. And there we go. I'll have that like that. I think just put a little dab of ink on that side. If you wanted to, you could lift these flowers up too, just to give more dimension, but I quite like the fact that they're sat down, and I've rotated that a little bit. Okay, so we can take the backing off our foam pads. And I'm just placing it but not pressing it down, because I want to make sure that it is as central as it can possibly be, and I think that's about it. Now, do I want to add any embellishments, or am I going to leave it like that? I think I'm going to step away and leave it as is. So I think that's going to be my mum's Mother's Day card. Yeah. So just to recap, let me just bring a few things in. Let's just put the lid on my glue so it doesn't dry out. In you go. Oh, I hate it when I can't get my needle tip back in. There we go. So I will send 2 prizes. This one is open to UK. You can see it is unopened, and yeah, this will go to a UK winner. I am going to draw on the 17th of April. I will leave this open until the 16th of April. This is open internationally because it's quite light. It's not going to cost too much to send. And just to show, this is the unopened, unused one of these. This is out of its packet, but you can see that it is brand new, hasn't been used. Here is my bits that I've been using to do my makes with. You won't be getting those, you'll be getting these. This is open internationally as well as UK. And just to recap, if you would like to win those, I'd like you to do me a VR if you have a YouTube channel, and share on Instagram if you don't. If you're a regular subscriber and you don't have any social media, just comment down below, please enter me. But a lot of you do have YouTube channels, so I really would appreciate a VR, and that's why I'm leaving it open until the 16th of April, and I will draw on the 17th of April. Take care, everybody. I hope you like the simple card that I made. It was quite quick and easy to make, wasn't it? And very different for me, very different from my style. I will be back very soon. Take care, everybody. Bye now. I am going, honest.